On April 26, 2021, Bobthopson was driving to Clowntown. The road he was driving on was Black Hole Road. Suddenly, Mr. Creepo appeared and Bobthopson gave him a nice greeting. But at the time, Bobthopson did know that this was Mr. Creepo. Mr. Creepo made a throwing motion, and the road started to disappear. Mr. Creepo vanished. Bobthopson was very scared and saw that he was falling into a black hole. A few minutes later, Bobthopson woke up flying around in a very dark area. Out of nowhere he saw a big yellow bird, and so he said, "Wait a second, I think I see something coming up. Is that a yellow bird?" Wait, no, it and got cut off. But it turned into a door. What a shocker. Anyways, the door started opening up and out came a white faceless figure. His name was Man in the Door, and he said, "Hello, Bobthopson," and in response Bobthopson said, "Oh no. How do you know my name?" After that, Bobthopson agreed that Man in the Door is not sus and is in fact trustworthy. So he walked through the door and then he was in Clowntown. What a shocker. But the mysterious man in the door wasn't with him. Bobthopson looked at a sign and it said that he was wanted. What a shocker. Suddenly, Bobthopson heard a siren. What a shocker. But he didn't really care, so Bobthopson continued on with his day, almost as if the entire black hole thing didn't happen. So he went into a local cafe. But no one was there. It seemed like the city was empty. Eventually, someone came up from under the counter and he was named Mr. Coffee. The first thing Mr. Coffee said was, "Oh no, it's you," and Bobthopson said, "What? I just want a coffee." So he got his coffee and strangely started feeling really tired. Bobthopson decided he was going to stay at a hotel, but when he arrived out of the wall, a police officer named El Blue appeared. He said, "Hello. You are wanted, and I am going to arrest you." Bobthopson obviously did not want to get arrested, so he sped away. El Blue obviously did not want Bobthopson to escape, so he sped after him. And one epic chase scene later, Bobthopson made it all the way to Edge Cliff, so he had to stop. Bobthopson and El Blue both turned into their true forms and started fighting in a turn-based battle. Strangely, their battle was being narrated, but neither seemed to notice anything strange. During the battle, there was a loud crash that caused the narrator to pause the battle to see what happened, and the scene switches to Bobthopson about to say something to El Blue. We don't get to hear him say that because Bobthopson gets cut off by Mr. Creepo saying, "Get back and fight now." But here's the shocker, Mr. Creepo has the same voice as the narrator. What a shocker. The whole battle stops working and Mr. Creepo sees Man in the Door and decides he should run. Man in the Door comes up to Bobthopson and El Blue and tells them that was Mr. Creepo and they have to catch him. So basically, here's what Mr. Creepo was trying to do. Mr. Creepo is trying to take over stuff, as we will find out in later episodes. His strategy is just to visit somewhere for a couple days and capture as many people and objects as he can. So when Mr. Creepo was traveling on Earth in the Bobthopson Dice dimension, he landed near Clowntown. He remembered from 22 years ago the black hole that started the town. Well, might as well just do that again. Oh look, a red car. "I hate red," said Mr. Creepo. He pulled out his coolness radar that he always has on him, and he found out that the car belonged to Bobthopson. He didn't get to find out how cool he was though, because the radar went to the maximum it could display and then exploded. "Oh well, I have more," said Mr. Creepo. So he anyway threw a black hole bomb at Bobthopson. Anyways, he jumped through a black hole using a shortcut to the cursed dimension. As he was falling, Mr. Creepo saw Bobthopson being saved by man in the door. "How long has door been doing this?" Mr. Creepo angrily thought. The red car might tell everyone about the black hole, and then the whole planet would know and his evil plan would be ruined. So he teleported into the police station and alerted the police that a specific red car with a llama face is a criminal and had to be stopped. Then, they asked for proof, so he told them that he blew up one of his possessions. So, they left to put up wanted posters. He then teleported into a cafe and told the owner, Mr. Coffee, that if he saw any red cars enter his building he would give him a specific coffee that makes you tired. Mr. Creepo's plan was that Bobthopson would get sleepy, then go to the nearby hotel and then he would be arrested, and too tired to resist. Now this part is somewhat unrelated to Mr. Creepo's plan. The police were working on a new technology that they called carborgs, and it would allow the user to transform into their police car. That is how El Blue can turn into a car. Back to Mr. Creepo's plan. If Bobthopson went to jail, no one would believe him that the black holes were back. Shockingly, his plan didn't work because Bobthopson was not as affected by the coffee as he expected. Apparently Mr. Coffee messed up, and even though he did put enough substance in the coffee, he also put salsa in by accident, and that counteracts the mixture. Wow. Anyway, Bobthopson, El Blue and Man in the Door are now on a quest to save the world from Mr. Creepo. The end.